Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to 10 years on. And today we're looking at Ridle Baku. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe to get more content like this from the channel. And of course, make sure you leave in any comments down below of any players you want to see in the next 10 years on. But as I've mentioned, we've got Ridle Baku today, 23-year-old who's currently playing for Wolfsburg, German international, having played one game for the German national team. Formerly of Mainz, moved to Wolfsburg in 2020. A very well-rounded player. He can play almost anywhere on the pitch if you really want him to, with so much versatility to his game. Physically, absolutely brilliant. Natural fitness-wise is astonishing. Mentals are very, very nice with some great determination off the ball, teamwork and work rate. So an absolute workhorse in there. And of course, his stats technically look very tidy. They're all very well-rounded. You've got 13s, 12s, all on the board other than an 11 in there. And penalty taking, long throws, heading, free kick taking and corners. Probably not things that you really need to worry about for this sort of player, as he wouldn't be the sort of player to do that for you. I'm sure you'd have someone in the side who's a little better than that. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes. We will go 10 years on now and take a look at him. Just to note, 18.5 million to 56 million looks like a bit of a bargain, to be honest. So we'll have to jump and take a look at if he moves and how much for. Looks like he's gone to the future money men of the Bundesliga. 33 years old now, so he's gone through the prime of his career. He's currently at Hertha Berlin, but we can see in the bottom right-hand corner that he has had quite the journey through a couple of teams that are big names in the footballing world. Still valued around 19 to 58 million, but he is 33, so I'm sure that would have gone up and down throughout his time. £99,000 a week. And of course, look at this. He's developed in multiple positions. Can play left wing, can play left back, can play centre midfield, right wing, right back, right midfield. You could certainly develop him to play in any of these other positions as well. Maybe not centre half just because of his height, but otherwise, if needed, he's certainly the James Milner-esque player to bring in. But here we go. So we can see here, he obviously signed for Wolfsburg for 9 million, played a couple of seasons there, then moved on to Bayern Munich. He was loaned in initially with a deal of 6.75 million. They obviously signed him permanently after that. And after a good old stint with them, he went for free to Manchester United. He didn't perform amazingly well there. So it looks like they made a massive profit of 29 million from Hertha Berlin, who signed him over. I mean, it's quite the interesting route, having gone to Bayern, performed all right there, but nothing spectacular. And then moving for free to Man United for a season, and then back to Hertha for a massive amount, which is the most he's ever been valued at and purchased for, which is quite insane. Let's take a look at his milestones though and see if he has got any better or won anything really. He made his first international cap obviously in 2020, as we saw previously. He was an international, but he was named in Wolfsburg's best 11 and Bayern Munich's seasonal best 11, so in 2023. So he's obviously made a bit of an impact. He won the Bundesliga and the Super Cup with Bayern Munich in 23. In 24, he won the Bundesliga again. He went for a long period without winning anything by the looks of things. From 24 to 29, it didn't look like that anything's happened. He then signed for Man United, where he won the Premier League, which was quite cool, and also contributed to the Under-21s Premier League, which I'm not so sure on. And then a £29 million move, rising to 34.5 to Hertha Berlin, where he made appearance in the best 11. So quite interesting. I mean, he's not obviously the top level player that is going to win you games, but I think he is the sort of player that would end up kind of carrying your team through the tough times of a season, because sometimes you have those seasons where you have a couple of players out who are big names for you in a couple of positions who you can't quite replace perfectly, and he'll be the player who can just slot in wherever it is, do the job for you, and get you through the toughest period. And I think that's what you'd have to use him for. I wouldn't bring him in as the main man where possible, but I think he's the very low end Kante. Let's say that. I'm gonna throw that out there. Why not? Let's chuck that out there. But there you go. That is Ridle Baku. Someone I'd probably look at signing for if you can get him on a cheap deal. I mean, if you can get him for 17.5 million, that's probably pretty decent if you're a bigger team like Bayern. For a player who can just kind of sit anywhere on the pitch where needed. But there you go. Thank you very much for watching. As always, make sure you like and subscribe and leave in the comments any players you want to see coming up in the next 10 years on. And I will catch you next time.